Listen, I know what you guys are thinking. There's no way the title of this video can be right. Puxatawny Phil said there's going to be an early spring. We've already had warm temperatures. Winter's done and over with, right? Well, not exactly. By looking at this 6 to 10 day temperature anomaly forecast, it's not exactly a pipe dream. We've got a lot of below average cold temperatures that are expected to move across portions of the northern and western United States, and that is forecasted to continue from the 24th to the 30th as this cold air is going to continue to march its way further to the south and east. To illustrate this, we have the anomalies in this image and we have the temperatures in this image, and you can see as it moves on through, the cold air really starts to move through into the central and eastern portions of the United States over time as we get through to about March 18th. And as this pushes on through, the cold air even gets all the way down to as far south as Florida, where we could potentially be seeing some low temperatures as low as the 50s to 40s. But heading into the middle of this week, we also are going to start to see some significant cold air really start to push on through into the northeast again. We're talking temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below average here into portions of the Finger Lakes as well as the Adirondacks. And that is going to continue to be the case all the way through until the end of the week, where we have a new wave of extremely cool air that is going to start to march its way further into the northern plains. And check out how cold these temperatures can get here in the central United States. We're talking 30 degrees below average as a new storm tries to begin to set up at some stage around the 24th, 25th, and 26th. But overall, we can expect numerous waves of cold air to continue to march its way down, especially into the southeast, and it'll be continuous waves, one after another, that could create some winter storms, as well as some severe weather on the way. And speaking of the aforementioned severe weather, here is today's severe weather outlook. We have a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale here in the yellow, a 1 out of 5 in the green. Notice how it is mainly localized here in towards the southern portions of Texas. So folks that are over near San Antonio, Houston, and Corpus Christi should definitely watch out. The threat for severe weather will continue to move on through on Sunday as this continues to march its way further and further eastward. And by Monday, we can start to see severe weather get really thin over here, especially into portions of northern Florida. Did I fail to introduce myself? I think I did. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Nate, and welcome to another weather forecast discussion, this time for March 16th, 2024. For those of you who didn't know, we actually covered the live tornado outbreak that was on the 14th. That was a couple of days ago on Thursday, and boy, oh boy, did it absolutely verify across the board, even over-verify in some parts. Of course, prayers to all that actually got impacted by these storms. But we got over 31,000 views on this video, meaning that we reached out to so many different people and people actually got the information that we were able to provide. No matter if it was severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, or flash flood warnings, we were able to tell people exactly what they needed to do, and hopefully we impacted some people in a good way. But you know what they say, the show goes on and so does the weather. And of course, we're going to now start to take a look at our next system, see if we can try and find any sort of patterns that may be able to kind of give us an idea as to when that may be. And one thing that I do want to note is that we do have a lot of activity here in our jet stream. We have a trough that's going to start to dig on through into portions of the Great Lakes. We have an upper level low that is kind of stationary over southwestern portions of the United States, and that'll continue to kind of stay there all the way up until about the middle of the week, into which what will actually happen is we're getting our subtropical jet that is going to start to dig on through and push through a lot of wind shear here across portions of Mexico and the southern United States, and this low pressure system is going to kind of anchor to that and move off through in the same general vicinity. But as that continues to happen, once again, a lot of very strong wind shear aloft that is going to continue to just push a lot of this Canadian cold air mass further and further down into the United States. And as that continues to move about, we're going to start to see a bit of a high pressure system build in off of the coast of Mexico on the Pacific side, to where a new low pressure system, a new trough, is going to want to start to try and dig on through here sometime through the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And on the leading edge of that trough is going to be where there's going to be a lot of severe weather. This could probably range all the way from New Mexico over into the deep south and the south and east. So I would definitely want to watch out over there. I wouldn't be able to rule out anything for the portions of the Central Plains into the Ohio Valley, but I'm also watching, because of all that cold air, maybe you guys could get some few winter storms, maybe some blizzards. We'll have to see as we get a little bit closer, because obviously the further you are away from, say, today, the more inaccurate the models actually get. But just for fun, we can continue to take a look at what happens even after that, and another low pressure system begins to form here sometime around the 26th to the 27th. Assuming that does actually happen, that will continue to march on through across the deep south once again, which means we may have a pretty active period for just a straight week of constant severe weather occurring down here in the south. The good news that we can say as of right now, though, is that weather is going to be tame up until next week. So if we just take a look at the high temperatures and see what the rest of the US can eventually kind of look like, we can kind of see as you get further and further in towards the heart of some of these days, the Central Plains is going to heat up on some of the days into which the eastern portions of the United States will cool down. And it's going to constantly flip-flop, such as that, which means for folks that may be in one spot, they may not be seeing that cold air that we talked about in the beginning of the video, and some places may. But one of these things that is the general consistency is that at some point, most of the United States will be able to see that cold air, especially through this week leading up into next week. And believe it or not, that's actually all I have for this video. Short, sweet, straight to the point. Wanted to give you guys something that wouldn't really impact your day too much, because weather's not really doing as such. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, share this with friends and family on social media. Also follow me on social media, link will be in the description down below, and I will catch you guys on Monday, believe it or not. Monday is going to be our next video, and so hopefully I'll see you guys then. Peace out, everyone.